What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So updated, for June, July, going on that halfway mark. It's been a little bit since we've done a Cyber Dragon deck profile. This is pure. We're still playing no Dragoon, going on a couple months now, and honestly I don't really miss it, so that's kind of a good thing, I think, right? Most of you guys are kind of sick of Dragoon, tired of Dragoon, tired of bricking, tired of seeing vanillas. I am too. I will actually include my side deck here today, which a lot of the time I don't do, but I'll explain it and whatnot. I think a lot of the time when building, you need to have your side deck kind of dedicated towards where you're going. Like, is it your locals? Is it a remote duel invitational? Is it DCS? By the way, Dragon Rider Championship or Dragon Rider Games, the DCS for July 24th, 25th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will be streaming all day, possibly both days, so check that out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have two sponsored players who are going to be playing Cyber Dragons because they did well in the mirror tournament. So if you want your chance at free entry to the DCS 5 sponsored by me and Team Set Pass, go ahead, come join in the Cyber Dragon page. There's a thing up for the 10th, big number 10 Cyber Dragon mirror tournament. I'm actually going to try to prove a point. People say it's Fortress Dragon and win. I'm not going to play Fortress Dragon, and we're going to see how good we can do in the tournament. Actually the one time I made the finals, I only played one. I took my exact list that I brought to locals and used that in the mirror tournament and made it to the finals. Because I just want people to see it's not just Fortress Dragon Pass, that there's a lot of strategy that goes into a Cyber Dragon mirror match. And yeah, whoever wins the 10th Cyber Dragon mirror match will have a chance to be sponsored by Team Set Pass in the DCS 5. So a lot of fun, but without further ado, enough talking. We're going to jump on into it. 3 secret rare Cyber Dragons because yeah, we're waiting for that price to cool down because it's definitely not going to stay where it's at. It was $350 2 days ago. It's down to $220 now already. It'll probably settle around 90 to 150, hopefully closer to the 100 mark. But until then, we're gonna go ahead and keep running our secret rares. 3 Cyber Dragon because we're on dupe. 3 Cyber Dragon core, best, it's our starter, best card in the deck. 3 hurts because it hurts when he resolves against your opponent, right? But in reality, no, it's the best extender in the deck. It gets your core back. It gets one of your 2 Naxters back. It sorry for the glare, by the way. Can't really do anything about that, but yeah, so we'll maybe try and keep them up over here a little bit. So the 3 hurts, this crazy extender, pairs up with Galaxy Soldier real nice. 2 Naxter. I've played 1 and I miss it. It's really nice in the grind game. If you open it, that's perfectly fine. You shouldn't be using 4 or 5 cards for pretty much any of your plays anyway. If you are, you're in a bad spot because we don't put up 4 or 5 negates. If you're not putting up 4 or 5 negates, don't use 4 or 5 cards. However many cards you use out of your hand, you should make that many disruptions at least. Just a pretty good thing to roll by, a pretty good number to go for. So if you use 2 cards, have 2 disruption. If you use 3, have 3. Like, you don't want to neg. If you're using 4 or 5 cards to put up 2 negates, you're doing something wrong. So I don't mind opening Naxter, but I like the 2 Naxter. So 11 for our Cyber Dragon lineup. 2 Galaxy Soldier. I've mentioned playing 3 before, but right now we're on 2. I think 2 is plenty. 3 is if you're really trying to combo off, which we do want to, but playing dupe and playing 3 hurts, a couple Naxter, core, emergency, prosperity, things like that, it really lets you get by with just the 2 soldiers. If you're playing against Cyber Dragon, it's actually one of my favorite places to disrupt people because they're usually not ready for it. So that's kind of our Cyber Dragon, honorary Cyber Dragon lineup. So onto some disruption cards. Double Jizukiru. Kaijus are really strong right now. Who would have ever thought, right? The Windlock actually kind of looks like it might be falling out of favor. The new Tri Brigade combo kind of locks them out of it a lot of the time, so they can't really go into it. But just until then, like, we're playing the 3 wind kaiju too, because I mean 5 kaijus. It's really cool when you open, one. So we want to see them. You don't have an issue beating over 2700 anyway, and it's a level 8. So say you open both, you can Yugioh your opponent, and then special summon Godarla to your field, make a fortress, and then Godarla and fortress into a Dingirsu, which can be revived by Naxter. So a nice little play if you happen to open both. Otherwise, yeah, like if you have to give it to your opponent, it's 2700. It's not that hard to beat over. You can put it in attack and absorb it with infinity. You can put it in a monster zone and suck it up with your anima. So like we have so many ways to out it. I don't feel like Gamma Seal's needed, because that 500 attack difference isn't worth if they put out the wind lock. But like I said, the wind lock looks like it's going to be less of a threat now this format, the way we're going, than it were. So this card may end up coming out, but for now I am going to leave it because kaijus are just really, really strong overall. We are actually back on playing some hand traps. It hits pretty much all the top decks to a degree, so we are playing Ash. I really considered 1 Ash, 2 Meister, because then there's no way you can open a dead hand trap between those. Like, you can open all 3 of them, and all 3 are live. You can open 2 Meister, they're live. Meister, Ash, they're live. This case, you can open a dead Ash, but we're not really building the deck being afraid of opening 2 of a 3 of. Like, you can't deck build scared, so 3 Ash just because it's so versatile, and it's really easy to side it out. Like, you're against Dragon Link, pull it out, put Droll in. You're against Tri Brigade, pull it out, put Lancia in. Like, it's really easy to side it out. Gamma card's crazy. Droll and Lockbird's a thing. Emergency, Droll, like, that hurts so bad. Gamma just really, really strong versus the majority of decks, so we are playing that for our hand trap lineup. Which then brings us off and on to our spell lineup. We have 3 Cyber Emergency, pretty standard. It's basically Rhoda for the deck. Why would you not play it? 1 Repair Plant, 1 Rev System, Cyber plays. Really considering cutting this, might actually, because we were siding the Dragoon engine, but I'm not even doing that anymore. And if you're not playing Dragoon, Rev System's not really needed. It's kind of like the make core a 1-card Dragoon combo piece, but it's an okay extender, but we might end up pulling that one out as well. But for now, I guess it's going to stay in there. Then we play the 1 Overload Fusion and 3 Machine Duplication. Overload's in there because core extender equals OTK potentially, especially if you hand trap your opponent and stop them or can kaiju them. Core extender makes Infinity Rampage Verde, which is enough to OTK. Machine dupe, card's crazy. You resolve dupe, you should be winning. I've heard that before. I've lost before, and I'm also the same guy who resolved engage 4 times in 1 turn and lost. So take that as you will. I mean, who would ever thought, you resolve engage 4 times plus like crazy, set all your back row, and the first thing they do is Secret Village, normal, their, what is it, Magician's Rod? Yeah, Dark Magician, just to rub it in even worse. But Secret Village, normal Magician's Rod, and it's like, I can't play anything. I have 5 spells set. This is cool. So that hurt, but we did end up going 6-2-1 that regional and still missed top 48. Only person I know to do that twice. Double Pot of Prosperity. 3 is okay too. It's, to me, it's almost like a placeholder. It's a really good card to see if you don't have like your Hertz, your Galaxy Soldier, your Core, your Emergency, these types of cards. I'd play a 3rd Soldier before a 3rd Prosperity, because you're never going to resolve 3. You might resolve 2. Keep in mind, guys, you don't have to banish 6. You can banish 3. You can banish 3 and then possibly resolve 2 of them. I have resolved 2 a decent bit. But at two, they're kind of like placeholders for me. It's if you see it, it's cool. Like you can dig for whatever. If you get disrupted, you can dig for whatever. It helps you see your side deck cards. So, or you have full combo in your hand, you can banish six and try to force that disruption, and then combo off anyway. Because if you banish six, they're more likely to hand trap you or to negate it than if you banish three. And that's it for our spells. Traps. I like to overflow. I don't necessarily play to win turn one. I play to win, whether that's OTKing, whether that's turn two, whether that's turn 12. Like I try to play to win and have the deck set up to really go into a grind game, go put it away quick. Like I like to have that versatility in a deck and be able to do whatever I'd like it to. And then we are also too broke for lightning storms, and it's not going to be in the structure deck, unfortunately. But so playing triple evenly matched. I was actually talking with Alex Monlack a decent bit the other day, and he was playing it, and I was discussing with him about it, and I was already considering it, but like he had some really solid points and said it came in super clutch for him, so we decided to actually put it on paper and test it out, and I've been absolutely loving it. Lots of back row deck, Eldritch, Tri-Brigade setting, like say they make Appaloosa, the Ancient Warrior link, they set like Imperial Order or Ice Dragon's Prison or any like powerful trap and their Revolt, like you just evenly match them. They're going to keep the Revolt so at least they can go into a sure egg play, but like you're really going to hurt them. Like evenly matched, just Eldritch, it's crazy. If you can say beta negate versus like even other decks, Dragon Link, Prank Kids, like these decks, evenly matched is just really, really strong. So I do like it, especially if you can't afford Lightning Storm. So that's it for the main deck. We're going to go on and get on into the extra deck, and then like I said, we will do the side deck, which we typically don't, but this time we will. 2 Mega Fleet because we got the room. Don't I haven't needed the second one yet, so maybe we'll end up switching it, but at the same time I really haven't been like, oh, I could have used this card, so I need to find room for it. I haven't had that. So 2 Mega Fleet, 2 Fortress, especially with 2 Jizukiru in a format with Makaba, in a format with Zeus, like Fortress crazy good. I definitely recommend playing 2, and the 1 Chimera Tech Rampage for your OTK play. Just because Dogmatica is running around, we do play the Intis and the Makaba because you can summon it. You send your Nova and your Intis. I guess we might as well just throw the one Nova there too. You send your Nova and your Intis, you pop one of their cards, and then Nova effect summon your Makaba. You pop a card and you get a negate. So just being able to plus off of things like that. Also, if you get Nibiru on Nova, you can bring out Makaba. And then we do also have our second Nova and our Infinity. And then, like I mentioned before, the Dingirsu play. So, yeah, we got Dingirsu, we got Makaba, we got Nova, and Infinity for our XCs. A bunch of Link 1s, Almirage, Lin Kuribo, and Anima. I like these 3. I like the Links. I don't go into Seeger in this build like ever, so I wanted a little more versatility and toolbox in what I can do. Your core extender OTK play needs Almirage. Just turning on your repair plan early needs Almirage. Nightmare Phoenix would probably be the first card I'd put in and take out Mega Fleet just for that like free pop a floodgate type card. Lin Kuribo has some nice interaction with Naxter. Outside of that, it's just a little bit of blanket protection, but again, it's a toolbox card. It comes up once in a while. And then Anima, especially with the other kaijus, like cards pretty strong. So getting rid of that, or just punishing your opponent for not placing in the right zones, because not too many people are worried about Anima right now. And then the 1 Predaplant Verde Anaconda. Really don't need to explain why we're playing Anaconda, because it should be pretty self-explanatory why we're playing it. Like I said, possibly Nightmare Phoenix, and instead of 1 Mega Fleet, the Lina, the Light Charmer Link 2 came out, and I don't see the versatility. Like, I don't see a reason to play it. Being able to search like core is cool, but by the time it resolves, like you're already behind. You're already losing. Like, you're probably not going to be able to resolve that core anyway. You might not even be able to resolve that Lina anyway. Like, it's, I don't know. It gives easy access to access code if there's a few spells in the grave and they have a light monster. But again, now you're dedicating a bunch of your extra deck to try and force the deck to OTK when it already OTKs really well. So not a big fan of the Charmer Link 2. 3 Drone Lockbird for our side deck. Card's really good in certain matchups. Your Dragon Link matchup, card's really good. Invoked, pretty good. Triple Lancia. Debated main decking this instead of Ash, because if Tri-Brigade becomes too problematic, it's going in over Ash easy, because it just really shuts their whole play down. But it's really good against Tri-Brigade. It's really good against Dinosaur. Not that good versus Prank Kids. It's okay versus your invoked matchups. It can stop Invocation from being able to banish the Alistair. It can, turn off the Chaos Engine versus Dragon Link. So it does have some pretty good uses, but debated main decking it for now. We're actually going to leave it in the side deck, though. Triple Denko. We were going to play, I don't even actually remember what we were going to play in this spot, but we ended up going with Denko as our go first, go second option versus like stun deck versus back row versus trap decks, because especially like Eldritch, if they don't have access to that Golden Lord yet, like they're in a lot of trouble. They can't activate any of their set cards, they can't set more cards, and especially if you can put out like an Infinity with your Denko, like that's just good game all day versus them. So like Denko really good, or even like the Tri-Brigade matchup, if you have a way to out their other cards, like say, oh, I'm just going to special summon Cyber Dragon, and now either you force the revolt and they do everything and then banish your Cyber Dragon, which I mean wouldn't be very smart, because then you just normal anything and make a Mega Fleet anyway. But otherwise you can Mega Fleet the Appaloosa and then say normal Denko, and now they can't activate that revolt. They can't activate these other set cards. So like Denko is just really strong right now. As far as other back row, this is going to get a little goofy here. We are playing Pankratops. Crazy, right? Goofy. Who the heck caught ourselves. Who the heck plays Pankratops? But one Pankratops, one Feather Duster. Again, it's crazy, right? Like 2 powerful one-ofs, 1 Twin Twister. So initially we were gonna play like 3 Twisters, and then I was like, oh, I'll play 2 Twisters, Pankratops, because I'd rather Pankratops than Twister. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'd rather have Feather Duster than Twisters too. And sure, you could play Red Reboot, but I like being able to hit spells too. So like hit Meltdown Schism versus that matchup. I like that option with your Twisters. Clear out both of them. But just being able to hit spells too is why we play Twisters over Red Reboot. But yeah, Pankratops, Harpy Feather, and 1 Twin Twister as our back row hate for the side deck. And then I do like to play a going second card, Different Dimension Ground. I've loved this card for like years. Card's pretty good, especially like any deck that's trying to combo and doesn't want their stuff banished. Card's really good. So Different Dimension Ground, I like it as our going first option. Anyway, guys, let me know down below what you think of the deck profile, what you liked, what you didn't. How about the side deck? What are you guys side decking? But thanks for watching, and until next time, guys, take care. Don't forget, link down below, Dragon Rider Games DCS4 coming up, and join the Mirror Tournament in the Cyber Dragon group. Just search out my post, it's on there. Only 7 of us are in so far, so go join that. If you join today, you got a 1 in 8 chance at getting free entry to DCS 5. Number 4 is coming up, but you can win your entry to number 5. We already have 2 players representing the team for DCS 4, and we'll see how good they can do with Cyber Dragons. Until next time, guys, take care.